Dan Lebatard, host of the Dan Lebatard Show with Stugotz. And Dan, good to see you.
It's always nice seeing you, Dan. I've got a little bit of chaos around me here. We've got a very electric, sort of vibrating Miami, and we're coming off of a historic United America last night, feeling very good about itself because they would be able to laugh at one city. Last night was a winning night for America. Either today would be about laughing at Boston fans or laughing at Miami fans, and America wins today. And here's the best part about it. America was going to win today no matter what. One hated fan base was going to allow you to laugh like that today. So congratulations to America.
Yeah, but I don't know if America hates the Miami Heat anymore.
No?
No.
We kind of need it. We kind of need it down here.
They hate Miami, Dan.
Oh, but not the Heat.
I believe that all things Miami are something that divide America.
Do you guys hate the Miami Heat? Like Jimmy Butler's a great story, and Caleb Martin and Gabe Vincent and Eric Spoelstra.
And we need the hate. We've been starved for the hate since 2010. Why are you not understanding what's happening around here?
Wait, the lights just went out on your show.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Haters.
What happened?
Haters.
Bring back our hate.
Okay. Well,
I'm sorry that the power has gone down here. I can still hear you, though, Dan. I can still hear you.
You never look better. I love it. Yeah.
Anybody got any matches?
Yeah. How about a candle?
Look,
Something.
I'm running a media empire here, Dan Patrick. This is a very exciting time in our history.
Man.
Everything shakes and creaks down here with the enthusiasm. We've lost all power down here, so I'm sorry this isn't a better televised affair.
Do you? Is this? I like it. I like it. I like it. By candlelight.
Can you see me? Okay. Can you see me? No.
Is this the Lebatard Blair Witch Project?
I'm sorry that I literally, after leaving ESPN, can't keep the lights on.
Stugotz, pay the bills for the man, will you?
You want me to pay the bills? Get out of here. I don't pay my own bills.
What would it be like today if the Miami Heat had lost last night?
Well, here's the thing, though, Dan. Do you know what a gut punch Game 6 was? Like, when do you ever see, it'll get forgotten by time, what would have been something that in Boston would have rang eternal, like Dave Roberts stealing a base, and when they were down 3-0, Derek White gets lost to history now. He's just, it was the reason that I say this felt the way that it did back when Miami and the world were fighting is because everybody was willing and ready to laugh at Miami being the first to drop a 3-0 lead. Derek White doing that as a gut punch. If you like sports, you can hate Boston and still be like, man, that was amazing. What an amazing ending. And Boston would have had that forever. Instead, they had it for 2 days. It's gone now. Like it evaporates into something like, oh my God, that team was a laughing stock. And here's the best part. If you want to laugh at Boston, Boston's season ended on the very next play when Jason Tatum hurt his ankle. Like the very next time they played a basketball play, everything that Derek White gave them was gone. And so it's something you can laugh at. Just like us losing the lights here at a seminal moment in sports history in South Florida, where we've got 2 8 seeds ruining Boston season. 2 8 seeds ruining everything Boston wants to believe in as hope. We really hate Boston. It's a legitimate rivalry, Dan. We don't have those anymore. It's a legitimate rivalry. Those are the best 2 teams in the East the last 4 years, and they hate each other. Going back to Pat Riley hates Boston because bleep Boston.
Okay, who's more important to the Heat and their success, Eric Spoelstra or Pat Riley?
Why do I have to choose?
You have to choose. Dan.
I ask you to choose. Look, it's sports radio.
Exactly. Tell him, DP.
Look, okay. Eric Spoelstra learned in the dark crevices of the caves of whatever obsessive compulsiveness.
Sort of what you're in right now, a dark cave.
Exactly. Look, in sports, Eric Spoelstra, he was spending years sculpting in the dark recesses of the film room before technology was good. Like he's splicing up tape, and he comes through 30 years of that. And now what is it? Seven finals or Eastern Conference finals, whatever the numbers are. Half the time they get that far, and it's all of it. It's not just Spoelstra. It's Spoelstra handed down from Riley because he learned all the Riley stuff, and they still go face-to-face on confrontation, even though Riley's damn near 80 years old.
Will you answer the man's question?
Damn.
I mean,
who built it? Pat Riley built all of it.
Okay, so Stugotz, let me ask you.
Yeah.
Who's more important?
Erik Spoelstra. In fact, Dan, I would tell you that if Erik Spoelstra has ever had thoughts of going somewhere else because he is tired of this question and tired of being under the umbrella of Pat Riley, I would tell you after this season, his stock will never be higher because he has made it to the finals with Jimmy Butler as his best player. And when you consider what jobs are open right now, Erik Spoelstra can say, hey, here's my salary. I want team president. I want head coach. I want control of everything.
Not surprising.
And go do it in Milwaukee.
Not surprising that Stugotz would turn Spoelstra winning into a leverage play.
Listen, how about, well, it is, but how about we stop giving Riley credit for something that Spoelstra is actually doing?
Okay.
Because Spoelstra is on the bench and he has coached these guys to within 4 games of an NBA championship.
Okay, but what I would also say, Dan, is you see coaches who are on very good teams. A bunch of superstars are available right now because Doc Rivers can't do Joel Embiid. You got Kevin Durant gets Monty Williams fired. There are very good jobs available that are never available. And in Miami, Spoelstra knows that the guy who was with him in the video room is with him still because he's got organizational stability behind him. It doesn't matter who you choose to me. It doesn't. He could have gone to Portland, gotten an ownership stake, could have been president, could have had power, but he's been comfortable growing old here, learning what he's learned here. 30 years of – you saw – Dan, have you ever seen after a Game 6 a coach going into Boston for a Game 7 as an 8-point dog, banging on the table? I want to tip it up again right now. Right now. I want to tip it up again. Like you could give it. I don't know why we have to separate the credit. Why do we have to choose between them? Why can't it be organizationally? This is a really strong organization that has done more winning this century than the Celtics, basketball's most historic franchise.
See, this is why I'm starting to hate the Heat again, because people like Dan Lebatard telling me all that. And by the way, don't take credit for the Florida Panthers here, Dan.
What do you mean?
I mean, aren't they closer to Boca Raton?
Yes.
Well, actually, we were saying that the boat parade is going to be airboats because they exist in a marshland. But yes, it's aggressively.
I mean, Sunrise, Florida. That's where you go to die, isn't it?
Whoa.
I mean,
Or the Sawgrass Mills Mall.
Good thing we have an expert in Greg Cody here who lives right over there.
That's correct.
Exactly.
That's right near my house. But you know what? I'll tell you what, Dan Patrick, Spo's loyalty to the Heat is baked in. His loyalty to Riley is baked in. He's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere, Erik Spoelstra. He's a Heat lifer. Book it.
That's our popular Greg Cody, longtime.
Total homer.
Yeah.
Total
absolutely.
Homer.
Especially this week.
He just gave you book it like it was a 70s detective catchphrase.
Thank you.
Book it.
Yeah.
Put it in a book. Write it down in a book.
Bank it.
How big is Jimmy Butler? If we had power rankings in Miami. No. Our athlete power rankings. Is he a 1 seed?
Oh, yeah.
What do you?
Oh, yeah. Are you kidding me?
Dan, you are doing the show I've always wanted to do. Power rankings for Jimmy Butler. I mean, God bless you.
Yeah.
Man.
1 seed.
Yeah.
1A.
Okay. Over anybody with the Dolphins? Anybody else come into? Anybody from the Florida Panthers?
Okay, you're talking about present or all time?
How about current? And then we could do all time.
Okay, but this is what we need to do if we're going to go to,
Can you put up a test pattern at least on your screen there, like something? It's just
buddy, I don't have control of the technology here.
This is embarrassing.
It is embarrassing. You don't think I'm embarrassed right now? Do you think that I'm filled with buoyant champion pride right now?
This is why Mike Ryan left.
But he hasn't left. You just can't see him because he's got his head in his hands in the dark. I can see.
Well, he's going to be leaving. Yeah,
I'm leaving now.
Yeah, I can get out. Get out while you can.
To answer your question, this is why it's funny, the question that you just asked. Yes, Jimmy Butler is in the process of trying to wrestle away the legacy and team of the Miami Heat from Dwayne Wade gave us the greatest feeling and LeBron James gave us the greatest feeling. However, in the last two games, Caleb Martin has been their star. Caleb Martin has been their best player. Over the last few games, our Michael Jordan has been outplayed by Caleb Martin over the last half of the series.
He should have been the MVP last night.
Well, that's Reggie Miller's fault. He said it on the broadcast again and again.
Why are you yelling? You don't even have lights on then. You don't even have the status to yell at me right now.
Because Reggie Miller told us on the broadcast last night.
Surprised the audio works there out of that studio. Good God. Goodness gracious. Man,
can you see me at all?
No. It's a dark screen.
Why am I holding these lights to my face, making me sweat?
He's been holding the phone to his face for 15 minutes.
Dan, for 12 minutes you have been in the black and in the dark.
You can't see me at all?
No.
The power is out in the building, Dan.
This is great.
I have no idea how we're connected to Dan Patrick, honestly.
It's hot in here too.
All right. Well,
Sweating.
now I'm here. Now you don't have any signal here coming. Oh my God, I feel bad for you.
Metal Arc
You've
Media.
fallen already.
Hiring now.
Yeah.
Hiring now. As media falls apart all over the United States.
How about technicians? Hiring technicians right now, a lighting director, something like that. You got to start with the basics. A good foundation, Dan.
A brand new studio. I'm sure it wasn't cheap, Dan. I'm sure it wasn't cheap.
Oh, no. I saw the tour. I saw the tour of the studio. Looked great.
Do you know how hard it is to pay rent and buy things in Miami right now? Do you know how expensive things are here?
Stugotz, Greg Cody, and Dan Lebatard make up that powerhouse show, the Dan Lebatard Show with Stugotz. And you know what? You're onto something. A blackout show. You know, we see audiences do it. You've done it with a show. Congratulations, Dan.
I'm deeply embarrassed.
Thank you, Dan. That's Dan Lebatard. Man, he's fallen on hard times.